Hi, everybody. My name is Luke. This is Joyce, and we are here today to help you sort out what are the best Chrome extensions for 2024. That's right, it's a new year, and there are a whole bunch of new Chrome extensions for us to dig into. In fact, I think there are over 175,000 Chrome extensions in the Chrome Web Store in 24. Did you know that, Joyce?
I sure did from all of my extensive research.
The extensive research. Well, we've both been doing our homework and we're here to sort the good from the bad, the S tier from the F tier. We've got some popular ones in here, some of the all-time classic Chrome extensions, but we've also got some hidden gems for you as well that will help with your productivity. We're here to give you the top of the best of the Chrome Web Store. I'm just going
Top
to
of
keep
the
trailing
top.
off. Top of the top. And we thought, what better way to do this than with a good old fashioned tier list? Let's see where these Chrome extensions fit on the S to F tier list level. Should we kick things off? Are you ready to go?
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. All right. The first Chrome extension I want to talk to you about is something called Bubbles. See this nice little bubble logo? Oh, I love it. Okay. What is Bubbles, you might be wondering? Well, that's a good question, Joyce. I know you didn't actually ask it, and I kind of cut
I
you
was
off,
thinking it. I
actually.
was thinking it.
Is all up here. Bubbles is actually a lot like Loom. If you've ever used Loom before, you kind of are probably familiar with the basic concept of, why sit in all these meetings when you can actually just record a message instead? And Bubbles makes that really easy. And it actually does it, I think, better than Loom in a lot of ways. Why? Because it's got this really cool feature where you can record your video and then a screen share or whatever it is, a demo, some sort of asynchronous meeting or something like that. You can record it and then it will actually create a little page for that recording. And on that page, people can leave comments, yes, just like in Loom, but they can also record their own video messages back. And so you have this truly like asynchronous, like back and forth video messaging thing. I don't know. What do you think, Joyce? Is that something
That's
you would
so
be into?
cool. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
the video response because my thing with Loom is that when you watch someone's Loom and then you just like comment like great work and then the like hands up emoji, it's just like it's not conveying what I want it to convey. So responding with a video would be really nice.
Oh, amazing. That's good to know because I feel like that is 100% of what I do on Loom all the time. I just give that little hands up emoji, probably to your Looms. And so I feel like that was maybe bit of shade thrown at me. Anyways, okay, Bubbles. Where do I put Bubbles on this tier listing? It's definitely not F, it's E, it's not D, it's C. Of course, you know where this is going. It's going on B. It's a classic B bubble tier. In fact, I'm going to be renaming this tier the bubble tier. So every other app that we put on the B list has to at least have a bit of bounce to it, I guess, and some like
Yeah.
elasticity. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That's
Hold
it for me.
on.
Let's go for the second one. What's next?
All right, next up we have Workona. Workona is a tab manager. I actually discovered this sometime in high school and I used it all throughout high school and college, but now I've churned. I'm using Arc now, which basically does the same thing. It's basically, yeah, when you have multiple windows open with multiple tabs on each window, it suspends that tab when you minimize it. And so it saves a lot of, I don't know the term, CPU, GPU, RAM, hard drive.
Some sort of computer thing.
It saves your computer thing so that your computer runs faster and it's not like screaming at you all the time. So this was actually a huge lifesaver. If you guys like to use, Google Chrome and you have more than 10 tabs open at a time, which I'm still guilty of all the time, I would highly recommend this. So I'm going to actually throw this up here for an A because I don't think Google Chrome does a good job of doing this already. Google Chrome takes up a lot of computer space for me. So maybe I should download it again. Maybe I should
You're
call.
you're are you going against Arc? Are you leaving your Arc family
Well, the
behind?
thing is, I have to use Chrome for work. Arc is like
Hmm,
for fun. So
got
yeah,
it. Well,
moving on
this
to
is
the next one.
Let's keep going. Okay, the next thing on the list, this very interesting purple looking logo. I actually don't even know what this is. Let me take a quick look.
Unlimited,
Oh, this is
unlimited email tracker.
the unlimited email tracker. Gee, how could I ever forget? Like, look how clear that logo is. Of course, that's what that means. A purple, weirdly check mark with like a water drop on the bottom. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, unlimited email tracker does exactly what it says it does, where You can send campaigns specifically if you're in marketing like me, or if you're in sales or some other type of similar type of role. You can set up a campaign within the unlimited email tracker kind of extension, and then you can send it out, and you can get, basically what you can do is you can see when people have opened and clicked on your emails. That's what I wanted when I downloaded this. I wanted something that I could be like, oh, I want to know if I send an email to Joyce, is she actually clicking on my email
Leaving you
now?
in red.
Yeah, are you just ghosting me on purpose, or is this something that's, am I going to your spam folder? These are things I stay awake at night wondering. And so the unlimited email tracker, I was like, this is the solution. This is what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, when I downloaded it, I realized that you can only like create campaigns within the actual extension itself, and it's not really syncing with my Gmail properly. What I want is something that really simply connects to my Gmail. And so like I don't have to like go anywhere else. I just see contextually, what is going on in my email and who's actually opening them and who's not, right? I don't want to set up a whole other campaign in some other app. And so while this gets highly recommended, it's been like one of the feature picks in the group in the Chrome Web Store and all that stuff. I'm dropping it down. I'm laying down the law. This is going it's going right down to F. I think this is F level bad. I mean, like it's probably useful in like certain cases, and I'm gonna maybe make some developers mad by saying this, and maybe I just haven't explored it enough. I'm gonna throw out all the caveats because yeah, sure, user error. I'm a nice Canadian. I can admit my own faults, but for me, it's an F. It's an F.
See, that's what happens when you have an app that doesn't perfectly integrate with your current workflow.
No, like if only there was something that would do that, right?
Right.
Well, do you want to take us to the next one? Maybe we'll do a bit better.
The next one I have a love-hate relationship with. This one is UBlock Origin. I have been a loyal fan of UBlock Origin for the last several years, mainly because it's the only ad blocker that blocked Hulu ads and YouTube ads. But in the last 2 months, YouTube and Hulu have kind of stepped up their game, and they're bypassing the ad blocker. So now I'm forced to watch ads again. And I haven't seen ads in maybe 5+ years. So it's really bizarre for me to see them again. So if, the UBlock Origin team is watching this, please get it together. Stop.
Pull it together.
Stop showing me the ads. It really ruins my viewing experience. And it's just upsetting when you pay like $15 for a video service and then you still have to watch ads for it. It's like cable. Like, what is this?
It's the worst.
2001?
Were you even alive in 2001? Yeah, okay.
I was alive in 2001. So we're gonna drop that to a C. I have hopes for them. I think they'll come out on top eventually. I just hoping and praying for their team.
They can make a comeback. I think like ad block software in general, like it has its ups and downs, and like I feel like it's this push and pull between the websites and then the ad blockers, and then like the websites will do something and then the ad blockers will figure it out. So they can bring it back. Yeah, it's a game of chess.
It's a really long game of chess.
A really boring one too.
This C, like this copyright looking logo?
Yeah, it looks like a copyright. I think it actually stands for Copy Leaks, I want to say, is the name of the company that makes this. But what it actually is the AI Content Detector Chrome extension, which I find extremely useful because you know what? It is 2024. AI has basically taken over the entire planet, at least in terms of the written words that you find online. I don't know if you've been following this, Joyce, but like so many different publications have been being called out because they'll be like publishing content that is actually been discovered to be written by AI, or you'll be on a blog post, you'll be like, this doesn't sound quite right, and you'll be like, if only there was some way I could actually figure out if like a human being wrote this, or if this is just like regurgitated nonsense from Chat GPT, right? And that's where this AI content detector actually comes in real handy. What you can do with it is really simply highlight any bit of text within your Chrome browser, and it will give you an estimation of how probable it is that this was written with the use of AI. Now, there is a problem with this app, and that is that it's actually kind of impossible to tell if something's written by AI or not, right? Because there are ways of prompting AI to make it really seamless and sound like yourself. And there are certain extensions that can even do that really well, where you can use an extension to write really clean and appropriate text that sounds indistinguishable from you. And even this detection app can't distinguish the difference. And so for that reason, I have to drop it down a couple notches. I'm going to throw it. I feel like I'm the bad guy in this tier list, but I'm going to throw it down on a D maybe, because it doesn't always do its job, right? But like it can point you in the right direction of like, oh, if something looks suspicious, it can kind of confirm your suspicions, but it's not actually going to 100% confirm your suspicions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's a tough job. Even the New York Times is battling this issue. But for me, usually whatever I give ChatGPT, I can definitely tell it's written by Chat because my prompting is garbage.
Mm. You can tell when it's your stuff that
Yeah, I'm
it's
just like
not
make it
working.
more compelling, make it more intriguing, make it better.
Mm.
That's
Well,
it.
if only there was an extension that could help with that. Spoiler alert. Maybe at the end there is. All right, Joyce, go ahead. Take us.
Next
What's
up,
this TP? Toilet paper?
we have next up we have Teleparty, formerly
Uh,
known as Netflix Party, I think. Um, I used this once in 2020 with my boyfriend, my now boyfriend. Back then it was like a guy I just met
uh,
the
tell me
internet.
more about that. This sounds
And
like a better.
we watched Fight Club together, which I had never seen.
Hmm.
So I remember it was a really good movie and it was a good viewing experience. Great app. Just allows you to watch the same film at the same time without you guys having to press without you guys having to FaceTime and then synchronize when you press the start button. I haven't used this in 4 years, so not sure if this was the best extension to have on the list, but if you're ever doing long distance where you want to hang out with your friends, but they're somewhere else, this would be a great way to watch a show together or watch a movie. We should do this for mandatory fun. Why don't we just like
Yeah,
watch a movie?
we should do this. That would totally be a lot of fun. Yeah. What was your reaction when you found the big twist in Fight Club? Were you messaging your then boyfriend
I
or not
why
boyfriend?
do I just like don't remember. It was kind of a blur. It was a really I honestly couldn't pinpoint a single scene from Fight Club. Like I can't
You
tell
have
you.
no idea. You have no memory of the movie. Okay.
Isn't that the whole point? Like you don't talk about it. So for
There you
that
go. Okay.
reason, we're gonna give this a B. It's quite functional and under the right circumstances, it's actually really handy, but I just don't have
Mm.
that high of a need for it.
Would you call it bubbly?
I feel like this logo looks quite bubbly. You know the like
There you go.
the Iki and the Uga meme where it's like there's a squiggle.
I
Never.
have no idea what you're talking about.
There's a study that different shapes have different sounds, and I'm saying that this shape looks round.
All
Anyway,
right. Well,
moving on.
if you say so. Amazing. That great choice for that one. Okay, the next one we have here, it's like a little green box with like it looks like a bow on it or something. What is this? Oh,
This
this is
is
Focus
focus.
Tug. Focus Tug. Oh, this is one of my favorite discoveries that I've ever made. Have you ever used a website blocker before?
To block a website from myself.
Yeah, like if there's like a distracting website, you're like, oh, I don't want to like go on Reddit, and so like you'll like set up a website blocker to be like, oh, turn on like don't let me access Reddit anymore. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've actually never had the need to do that. I just wouldn't go on Reddit.
Fair enough. I'm not just Reddit, any website that
But
maybe
yeah, any
distracts you. So what makes FocusTug better than all the other website blockers that are out there? I'm glad you asked Joyce's inquisitive eyes. The reason is because FocusTug actually uses AI to make sure that you're on task as you're blocking different websites. And so the way it works is you can like say something along the lines of like, hey, I'm going to be working on a project about, let's just say, bananas, right? And then it will actually use AI to evaluate as you're browsing. And if you start doing things that are unrelated to bananas, it will actually start to block that website. And so that's really useful because like sometimes you're like, oh, I want to block Reddit, but then you're like, oh, now I need to like go to this Reddit like
oh,
discussion about bananas and I'm like missing out on content, right? Whereas FocusTug, it knows if you're like straying from your banana path and then will, make sure to block those particular situations, which I think is just super cool. What an interesting use of AI. I'm gonna go ahead and give that. I mean, like it's not life changing, but no, it's like a solid. I don't know. How about a C? It's a C.
okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's useful, but it's not going to change your life.
Yeah. No, it sounds definitely really cool. It sounds much better than the ones where you just paste a URL and tell it like, don't let me look at YouTube.
I know. And then you inevitably click the button that's like, actually, just let me look at YouTube. It's fine.
Awesome. All right.
Cool. What's next on the list?
Next on the list, we have Rakuten. Now, I've also been a power user of this app for many years. This is a shopping cashback app. So it's not really related to this productivity theme that the rest of these apps are in, but Rakuten's great if you love online shopping, which I do. And you can often get like 5, 10, 20% cashback. And then they just send you money on PayPal. I think I've made like $2,000 or $3,000 back from using this app over the last several years. So yeah, pretty great. If you like online shopping, you should definitely check it out. And
That sounds pretty
it's
awesome,
pretty
honestly.
crazy.
$1,000 to $2,000. No other Chrome extensions are doing that.
I don't know how they make money, but yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and slot this one for, I guess, also a B. Like it saves you money, but it's also it also kind of it encourages you to shop because you feel like you're saving money. You're like, oh,
Mm,
I'm getting 10% off everything. So I'm
mm,
actually making money, which is a fallacy that you can really fall into. So I'm gonna give it a
yeah.
B.
B sounds about right to me. This next one, I like the goofy looking owl. I think is this Dark
Dark
Reader? Is that what it's
reader.
called?
Yeah.
Dark Reader, which, just like the name implies, helps to make reading in the dark better. No, that's not right. What it does is it actually turns websites into dark mode, like any website. So I'm sure everyone's familiar with the idea of dark mode on your phone or on your computer, where you can, change the background color from like bright whites and yellows. I don't know. Yeah, white, mainly white, I guess, to black, and then turning the text itself into white. So like it's easier on the eyes if you're, say, like reading in bed or reading in a darker location. And some people like me, I just prefer generally like dark mode of everything. Like I have my laptop always set up to dark mode, so that I don't know, I just like the way it looks. It's better. Where do you land on the whole dark mode light mode thing? Do you
That's
care?
I have it so that it's like system settings. Whenever the sun is set, it will go to dark mode. But what I have seen that's really divisive is among our developers at Magical, for those that use light mode and they code in their like whatever they're coding in, they get flamed. And I just feel like the dark mode fans are sometimes even a bit judgmental and mean towards the light mode people. So
It's just because we
maybe
just want you to join us on the dark side. That's obviously all
right.
we're trying to do, is like bring people over.
Yeah,
But
like they're
yeah,
just singeing their eyeballs because they're looking at such bright white screens. So maybe they need this app.
they definitely do. I'm gonna throw this right up to the top. I think this is an A tier app, because I think, like, honestly, like there's so many websites out there that burn my retinas that you need this, right? You need this to actually perform your job better and like actually do work.
Yeah, definitely.
Which brings us to the last app on this. Speaking of
Whoa,
doing work,
true.
take us away.
All right, so last up in today's power ranking, we have Magical. So Magical is without a doubt the best app out there. It's going to land the top slot as an S tier app. And the reasons it's so great is because you can get it for free and it'll just help you automate all of those annoying, repetitive tasks that you have to do all the time. So stuff like sending emails, writing personalized messages, data entry, filling out forms. Anything that you hate doing at work, Magical can help you automate this and just reduce all the time that it takes. Users save at least 7 hours a week. And I personally really love using it. I actually saved 5 days last year alone just from using Magical. So
Amazing. Yeah, I know. It
you're
saves
good.
me untold amounts of time in my job, because I do so much like repetitive messaging where I'm like, I'm trying to send emails to ask for interviews and things like that for customers. And Magical just makes that so easy to personalize. You can find contact information really easily using it. It just does so many great things to make my life easier at my job. And if you're in like sales, customer support, recruiting, any of those types of roles, Magical is just going to be like, you're going to install this app and you're going to wonder how you lived without it, basically. Like it really changes everything about the way you work. And that's coming from a totally non-biased opinion. I mean, like, I know we're on the Magical
Non,
YouTube channel. Yeah,
non-biased.
we're all wearing magical sweaters, but seriously, like, we both use it. We're both fans of the product, even if we didn't work here, I think. So, yeah, it's definitely worth a download.
Yeah. And what's awesome is that it'll be linked right in the description so you guys can check it out and install and add it to your Chrome browser for free.
Amazing. Well, this has been so much fun figuring out, what are the best of the best of the best of the best Chrome extensions of 2024, the top tier. And you can see them all listed out here. We'll have links in the description to some of these apps so that you can take a closer look. And yeah, if you have any questions, any thoughts, anything you think we missed, anything you think we put in the wrong place on this tier list, just let us know. I mean, like,
No.
we're probably gonna, ignore you, but that's life. No,
Well,
no, Joyce
let us
will
know.
respond. Joyce will
I'll
respond.
respond. I'll respond to you. Let us know what your favorite Chrome extension is, if you have one, or if you tried any of these and have differing thoughts. If you maybe think this one doesn't belong in the F tier, then you can fight Luke on that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Can't wait. Bye.